This is one of the tools I use to run my business. It's called VoiceOver. And it means my phone talks to me all day. Most smartphones have screen reading accessibility features like this. I just happen to use an iPhone. Emails, notes, calendar events, website dashboards, basically anything with a button. I don't see the screen, I listen to it. This is how I check affiliate links. This is how I review content. This is how I navigate analytics. This is how I plan, test ideas, and occasionally figure out what I was doing 5 minutes ago. Tools like this are how I stay operational, and how I run a business, without actually seeing my phone. This is one blind business lady. My phone talks to me all day. It's a constant companion, a tool that connects me to the world in a unique way. I use a screen reader. It's a type of assistive technology that's essential for me. It reads everything on my screen out loud, converting visual information into synthesized speech. Every element, buttons, text, links, menus, nothing is left out. I personally use an iPhone with its built-in feature called VoiceOver, which I've become very proficient with. But screen reading tools are available on most modern smartphones, not just Apple products. This includes Android devices from major brands like Samsung and Google, which have their own versions like TalkBack. So, because of this technology, I don't need to see my screen. Instead, I listen to it, interpreting the digital world through sound. This is fundamentally how I use my phone without seeing it. It's my method for navigating a visual interface. In the next part, I'll show you how I actually navigate using a series of specific gestures and commands. In the last part, I explained the basics of what a screen reader is. But that was the theory. This is how I actually use it on my phone every single day. First, you should know that I don't scroll the way most people do. Instead, I swipe right with one finger to move forward to the next item on the screen. And as you might guess, I swipe left to go back to the previous one. When I hear what I want, I simply double tap anywhere on the screen to select it. That double tap can open a link, activate a button, or place my cursor in a text box on a form. If I do need to scroll a long page, I use 3 fingers to swipe. So I'm not visually scanning a screen full of information all at once. I'm moving through it one element at a time, in a linear order. It's a combination of listening and building muscle memory. In the next part, I'll show how I read longer pages and keep track of where I am. I'll go deeper into selections and text boxes in a video coming soon. Reading a long web page without seeing it is different than you think. VoiceOver is very in-depth. Learning it is difficult and time-consuming. What I'm showing you right now are just the basics. The basics are enough to understand what it means to be blind and running a business. When I'm on a long page, I don't just swipe randomly. I can move by headings, I can skip by links, I can jump between form fields, I can increase the speech speed so it reads faster than normal conversation. But I have to remember where I am on the page. I'm building a mental map as I go. In the next part, I'll talk about what doesn't work and the accessibility gaps. Screen readers are powerful, but sometimes accessibility breaks completely. Some apps aren't built with accessibility in mind. Buttons aren't labeled. Images have no descriptions. A form might look simple visually, but makes no sense when read out loud. Sometimes the layout is so confusing I can't tell what belongs to what. And sometimes it's so broken I need a sighted person to explain what's actually on the screen. That's not a screen reader problem, that's a design problem. When accessibility fails, independence slows down. Running a business means hitting those barriers in real time. In the next part, I'll show you what I actually do when that happens. In the last part, I showed what happens when accessibility breaks. But running a business means the work still has to get done. So I start looking for workarounds. Sometimes I try a different browser, sometimes I switch devices, sometimes I have to use 2 or 3 apps just to complete one task. That means something that should take minutes can take much longer. If something is completely inaccessible, I may contact support or report the accessibility issue. Sometimes I ask a sighted person to explain what's on the screen, not to do the work for me, just to explain what the design is showing. Screen readers create independence. Accessible design makes that independence possible. This is One Blind Business Lady. Thank you for watching. If you would like to know more, just let me know in the comments.